wanted to come and talk about what is going on with the WAR. You know, we can't say particular words because they want to flag videos and it will trigger algorithms, right? So there's a couple of key things that some people are saying, but I don't know if it's enough people that are making these connections, okay? So back in the day, Iran actually freed 13 misidentified African American, because we know that word African American is a paper genocide. We also know that the other paper genocide is Black, right? So the Indigenous, they freed American Indigenous hostages, right, in previous times. Like, I'm talking about, I think this was the 70s or something like that. It was a while back. But they have always held this stance with not being against the original bloodlines of America on this land, misidentified and paper genocided as Negro, Black, colored, African American, Black, okay, who are the true heirs and heiresses of and to the Americas. All right. They've held this, and they actually reiterated the fact that they are still not in opposition nor against the paper genocide of African American people who are the true indigenous, aboriginal, autochthonous to this land, original bloodlines on this land. Okay, with that being said, they specifically targeted and stated who their targets are, which is it's not even the American people, like at large. It is specific people who have actually been acting in tyranny against the American people, the citizens of the United States as well, because let's not confuse the two. So the Americans, the true Americans, are the indigenous, copper-colored people by Noah Webster's dictionary's definition in the 1929 dictionary states the copper-colored people who are the indigenous that were found here, that title later became used by descendants of Europeans. Okay, so the true Americans, autochthonous, aboriginal, indigenous, melanated, red skin, red, right, red men and women, copper colored people that they dropped off the copper portion of it and just called them colored, right? These are not their target. United States has shown, even within this last 10 years, that they are absolutely not for these misidentified Black African Americans. How have they showed it? By firing 300,000 melanated sisters from their positions in the federal government, in high positions throughout different industries. That just happened. By canceling DEI, that just happened. You know, so there's all these different ways that they have shown that they're not for melanated beings, aka the indigenous Americans on this land. Now, who else are they not for? They've shown that they're not for their own veterans that are homeless, can't get health care, sick care, they can't get nothing. Benefits that are owed to them, right? So I heard a sister say, who's going to sign up for that? Who's letting their children sign up to be, in support and fighting for that? When we already seen by current standards of veterans and how they're being treated today and how they're not being cared for today, who's sending their children out to fight and be received back with PTSD, with, you know, wounds and you know, all these different traumas and, you know, injuries and things that they're going to have to live with for the rest of their life, but then not get medical care for it? Who's sending their babies out for that? She said they better be sending mega that want to be great, that want to make it great again. I hope they the first. This is what the sister said. She said, I hope they're the first ones stepping up after Trump's own children. She referenced Prince Harry being, you know, in the Royal Army, you know, and being able to look down the line and see, you know, Trump's children, not just, you know, in some kind of executive position or something like that, acting like they in the military. So anyways, I feel that was a strong statement, right? Because they quick to send other people's babies out there when they starting shit, you know. But what has been on the I guess the social media streets recently is that there are allegedly supposed to be some attacks to California from Iran. Now, people are like, why California of all places? Now, I'm going to tell you why California. Because some people, they're not putting the dots together. Okay? I'm going to put them dots together for you. Because they were like, why not Texas? Why not Miami? Why not Alabama? Why not Georgia? Why not any of these other places? Why not New York? Right? Because if we rewind and we go back to the fact checkers and the facts of the matter, you will see that when they did a count of reported and all the actual ediphiles that have to legally, lawfully report and identify, the highest concentration of ediphiles, with it being 20,000 that have to report, knowing that there's more than that, it was the highest in the nation, highest in the United Snakes, highest in the, you know, what are they calling it now? United Embarrassment. So in the United Embarrassment, California has the highest percentage, the highest count of ediphiles. That's why Iran made it very clear that they are targeting, and their targets are the ediphiles. So, wouldn't you strike the highest concentration of where they at? The math is mathing. The math is mathing to me. I don't know if anybody else seeing the math, but the math is mathing. Okay? Yeah. And being that I grew up in Cali, in the fictitious borders and boundaries of, you know, California, right? The proper Califian territory. Califian. These people ain't even creative. They couldn't even come up with something original. They still kind of use Califi and Californian. Anyways, these motherfuckers ain't even creative. So it makes sense that that would be the target. And there's been, what was it, Kamala Harris? She came on, oh, the American people don't want this war. I don't know who she's talking about. Because she's with them, that's why. She's with the ediphiles. For my knowledge, you know, she's presenting and representing, you know, for them. I mean, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But to my knowledge, she was on that side. with the pedophiles. And they don't like Trump because he's dry snitching on their ass, but he with them too. So I don't know, like, you know. And I want to bring one thing back up that, you know, back in the day, because they have all these pictures of Clinton with Epstein. They have Trump with Epstein. They have, you know, like all these. Okay, I'm doing it live right now. Like yeah, I'm on live.
Epstein won't like him.
Okay.
Trump don't like him.
Okay.
Trump needs to get out of here.
Okay, so I'm doing a video about how Iran is actually targeting the pedophiles. That he, yeah, correct. Yeah, so he is not, the Iranian government is not coming to attack the American people nor the United States citizens. It is only and solely the pedophiles. Yeah, that's it. And so there's an alleged attack on California because it has the highest concentration of pedophiles.
Yep. Get rid of them.
Okay. These are babies over here. They know. They know.
How many views?
I have I don't know, because I know that they mess with the counts.
Yeah.
Because anybody that is a truth speaker, they want to discourage them based off of whatever numbers they're showing.
Oh.
Okay. Because so it lowers, hold on, it lowers the individual's, how do you say, a lot of times the numbers, if it shows low, then it will lower their self-esteem. It will lower their confidence and to continue speaking truth and stuff like that. So a real truth speaker, they never know the real numbers. You're never going to know, because they will purposefully make it look low where you have no idea. You never know. So I have over 3,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't even got that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good thing. Teach them on that.
Yeah. So they will play. Sweethearts, I want to give you guys my YouTube channels.
Okay.
So just give me 1 second. Let me see. I don't know how to pause this.
So how do you, just a question,